Billionaires don't manage money the way you were taught. They don't sit with notebooks and count every small expense. They don't think in monthly budgets. They don't wait for salary day. They don't chase discounts to feel smart. That way of thinking was designed to survive, not to build wealth. And that is why their money grows, while most people's money disappears. Slowly, silently, month after month. Most people believe the problem is income. If I earn more, everything will be fine. If I get a better job, money stress will end. But that is not true. More income does not fix money problems. More control does. Without control, money leaks. Without rules, money escapes, no matter how much you earn. So here is the real question. How do billionaires manage money differently? Without working more hours? Without living stressed? Without counting every rupee or dollar? They follow rules. Quiet rules. Invisible rules. Rules that were never taught in school. Rules most people never learn. This audiobook will reveal those rules. Not to impress you, not to motivate you, but to show you why wealth stays with some people and never stays with others. Listen carefully, because once you understand these rules, you will never look at money the same way again. Billionaires see money as a system, not cash. Most people see money as cash. Money in the bank, money in the wallet, money as a number on a screen. To them, more money means safety. But billionaires see money very differently. They do not see money as something to store. They see money as something to move. Because money that sits still slowly loses power. Inflation eats it. Time weakens it. Opportunities pass it by. Cash that is not working is quietly shrinking. Most people feel proud when they save money and do nothing with it. They say, at least it is safe. But safe does not mean strong. Billionaires think in systems. A system is something that works again and again without constant effort. A business is a system. An investment is a system. A process that creates value is a system. Money inside a system does not sleep. It works. One system creates income. That income feeds another system. That system creates more income. This is flow. Flow is more important than balance. Most people check their balance. Billionaires check their flow. How much is coming in? How reliable is it? How long can it run without me? A high balance with no system is fragile. One emergency, one mistake, one bad year, and it disappears. But a system keeps replacing money even after loss. That is real security. This is why billionaires do not panic when cash goes out. They know it will come back, because it is moving through systems. Remember this: money that sleeps shrinks. Money that moves grows. Wealth is not about holding money. It is about directing it. And once you understand this, you stop chasing cash and start building systems. They pay themselves. Last. Most people get money and do the same thing. They pay themselves first. Rent, food, shopping, comfort, entertainment. Whatever is left, they call it saving. Billionaires reverse this order. They pay themselves last. This does not mean they suffer. It does not mean they live badly. It means something very important. Their lifestyle is not funded by salary. It is funded by systems. When money comes in, billionaires ask one question first. Where should this money go to grow more money? Not, what can I buy? Not, what do I deserve? But, what asset needs fuel right now? Assets eat first. Businesses, investments, ownership, systems. Only after money feeds these do they allow spending. This is why their lifestyle grows slowly but permanently. Most people do the opposite. They upgrade life first. New phone, better car, bigger house. Assets come later, if anything is left. And usually, nothing is left. This creates a dangerous habit. Spending feels normal. Investing feels optional. But for billionaires, investing is non-negotiable. Spending is optional. They delay consumption, not because they hate pleasure, but because they love freedom more. They understand one rule. If your lifestyle depends on your salary, you are trapped. If your lifestyle depends on assets, you are free. So billionaires don't spend what they earn. They spend what their assets produce. Their money works first. They enjoy later. And this single rule changes everything. Billionaires obsess over cash flow, not net worth. Most people dream about one number, net worth. They want to say, my net worth is high. They want to see big numbers on paper. But billionaires focus on something else. They focus on cash flow. Net worth can look rich, but still be weak. A house worth millions, but no income from it. A business with high value, but no cash coming in. Stocks that look expensive, but cannot be sold easily. This is called paper wealth. It looks powerful, but it cannot protect you. Cash flow is different. Cash flow is money that comes in regularly, monthly, quarterly, yearly. It pays bills. It funds life. It buys time. Cash flow keeps power alive. Billionaires ask a simple question. How much money comes in even if I stop working? Not, how valuable do I look? But, how safe am I? This is why liquidity matters. Liquidity means how fast you can access money. Cash, income, available funds. When problems come, liquidity decides survival, not net worth. Many people are rich on paper and poor in real life. One emergency, one crisis, one bad month, and everything collapses. Billionaires avoid this trap. They build multiple cash flows, businesses, dividends, royalties, rent, money moving in, all the time. They understand this truth. Net worth looks good on paper. Cash flow keeps you alive. And alive money creates real power. They separate lifestyle. Money from growth. Why? Most people mix all their money together. One account, one pool, one confused system. And this confusion kills growth. Billionaires never do this. They create clear lanes for money. One lane is for lifestyle. The other lane is for growth. They never mix the two. Lifestyle money is for living. Rent, food, travel, comfort. It has limits. It has boundaries. It is controlled. Growth money is different. Growth money is protected. It is not taught for emotions. It is not used for upgrades. It is not spent for comfort. It is used only to grow more money. Businesses, investments, assets, systems. When people mix lifestyle and growth money, they destroy both. They spend investment money on comfort. They eat future wealth today. Billionaires treat growth money like a seed. You do not eat the seed. You plant it. You protect it. You wait. This separation creates clarity. You know what you can spend. You know what you cannot touch. No confusion, no guilt, no impulse. Remember this rule. When money has no boundaries, it disappears. Boundaries create control, and control creates wealth. Billionaires fear. Fixed costs. Most people think luxury means success. Big house, expensive car, high monthly spending. But billionaires see something else. They see pressure. Fixed costs are dangerous. Fixed costs are expenses that must be paid every month. Rent, EMI, subscriptions, salaries, maintenance. They do not care if you are tired, if business is slow, if income drops. They demand payment. High fixed costs create fear. Fear of losing income. Fear of taking risks. Fear of slowing down. You become trapped by your own lifestyle. Billionaires avoid this trap. They keep their burn rate low. Burn rate means how fast money leaves your system. Low burn rate equals power. It gives flexibility. It gives calm. It gives options. They choose freedom over luxury. They can upgrade anytime. But they choose control first. Because real wealth is not what you show. It is what you can survive without. Many people live rich on the outside and anxious on the inside. Billionaires live simple on the outside and strong on the inside. Remember this truth. Luxury with pressure is not wealth. Freedom is. They use debt. Strategically, not emotionally. Most people fear debt, or they misuse it. Billionaires do neither. They understand debt. There are two types of debt: productive debt and ego debt. Ego debt is emotional, buying to impress, buying to look rich, buying to feel important. Big cars, luxury upgrades, status spending. This debt produces nothing. It only creates stress. Productive debt is strategic. It is used to build systems, businesses, assets, cash flow. This debt creates income. It pays for itself. Billionaires never take debt to feel better. They take debt to build better. They ask one question before borrowing. Will this debt create more money than it costs? If the answer is no, they walk away. They control consumption. They do not let emotions decide, because emotions spend fast. Logic spends slow. Most people use debt to upgrade lifestyle. Billionaires use debt to upgrade systems. Remember this rule. Smart debt builds systems. Stupid debt builds stress. Debt is a tool. Used wisely, it multiplies power. Used emotionally, it destroys freedom. Billionaires buy time before things. Most people use money to buy things. New gadgets, better clothes, more comfort. Billionaires use money to buy time. They understand one truth. Time is the ultimate asset. Once it is gone, it never comes back. So they protect time carefully. They do not waste hours on low-value tasks. They delegate, they outsource, they remove friction, cleaning, scheduling, admin work, small repetitive tasks. If someone else can do it, they let them. This is not laziness. This is leverage. Leverage means one decision saves many hours. Most people try to do everything themselves. They feel busy. They feel important. But they move slowly. Billionaires focus on only what only they can do. Thinking, deciding, creating, leading. They buy back their time piece by piece, and time saved creates space. Space to think, space to build, space to grow. Gadgets get old, luxury fades, but time compounds. Every hour saved today creates more value tomorrow. Remember this. Time saved compounds faster than money. And those who control time control their future. They expect losses and plan for them. Most people plan only for success. They imagine growth. They imagine profit. They imagine winning. Billionaires plan differently. They expect losses. They know risk is part of the game. Markets fall. Businesses fail. Things go wrong. This does not shock them. They prepare for it. They do not avoid risk. They manage it. They spread their money. Different assets, different businesses, different income sources. This is called diversification. Diversification protects power. One loss does not destroy everything. One mistake does not end the journey. They also build emergency plans, cash reserves, insurance, backup systems. Not because they are afraid, but because they are smart. Most people collapse after one bad event, one medical issue, one job loss, one business mistake. Billionaires survive, and survival creates advantage. Because when others panic, they stay calm. When others sell in fear, they buy with patience. Remember this truth. You don't stay rich by avoiding loss. You stay rich by surviving it. Defense comes before growth. Protection comes before expansion. And this mindset keeps wealth alive. Billionaires. Think in decades, not months. Most people think in months. This month's income, this month's bills, this month's results. Billionaires think in decades. They understand patience. They know real wealth does not grow fast. It grows slowly, silently, consistently. They ignore short-term noise, daily news, market fear, social media panic. These things change emotions, not reality. Billionaires focus on direction, not speed. They ask, will this matter in 10 years? If the answer is yes, they stay committed. If the answer is no, they ignore it. This long-term thinking creates advantage. While others jump in and out, they stay. While others react, they compound. Compounding needs time. Small gains, repeated for years, create massive results. Short-term thinking creates excitement. Fast wins, quick pleasure, instant results. But excitement fades. Time creates wealth. Time builds trust. Time builds systems. Time builds power. Remember this rule. Speed creates excitement. Time creates wealth. And those who wait patiently win permanently. Billionaires track what actually matters. Most people track the wrong things. They track income. They track spending. They track lifestyle. Billionaires track power. They do not watch every small number. They watch a few important ones. Only what truly matters. First, cash flow. How much money comes in regularly. How stable it is. How predictable it is. Cash flow keeps systems alive. Second, risk exposure. How much can be lost? Where the danger is? What can break the system? They always know their weak points. Third, asset performance. Which assets are growing? Which are slowing? Which are wasting money? Nothing is emotional. Everything is measured. Billionaires do not guess. They review, they analyze, they adjust. Because numbers tell the truth even when emotions lie. Most people avoid tracking. They are afraid to look, afraid to face reality. Billionaires face it early. Tracking creates awareness. Awareness creates control. Control creates wealth. Remember this rule. What you track, you control. And what you ignore, controls you. They protect their financial identity. Billionaires know one deep truth. Money follows identity. They do not see themselves as spenders. They do not see themselves as lucky. They see themselves as stewards. Stewards protect. Stewards manage. Stewards think long-term. This identity controls behavior. They do not break discipline for short pleasure. They do not destroy systems for emotions. Temptation comes, but behavior stays strong. Because behavior does not depend on mood. It depends on identity. Most people try to manage money better without changing who they are. It never works. They improve for a week, then return to old habits. Billionaires protect their identity carefully. They avoid environments that trigger bad behavior. They avoid people who normalize waste. They design systems that support discipline. They know one mistake can break a pattern, and patterns create wealth. This is the final rule. You don't manage money better until you become someone who does. Identity comes first. Money follows. The difference was never income. Most people believe billionaires are rich because they earn more. That is not the truth. Billionaires don't have different money. They have different rules. They don't chase money. They don't beg for more income. They don't depend on luck. They control money. Most people are not broke because they earn less. They are broke because money controls them. Money decides their emotions. Money decides their choices. Money decides their future. Billionaires reverse this. They decide first. Money follows. The difference was never income. It was always behavior. And behind behavior was identity. Pause. And this leads to one final truth. Money doesn't make you rich. Rules do. And here is the uncomfortable truth. Once you know these rules, you can never unsee them. Every decision will feel different. Every expense will question you. Every choice will expose who is really in control. So the real question is not, can you manage money like a billionaire? The real question is this: will you, or will you keep doing what everyone else does?